Joy Chalagat, Karibu Sana, good morning.
Thank you very much.
Head of social media here at Care Standard Group. And we'll be talking about that in a short while, the selfies. It's an interesting fact you've just thrown at me before we came back on air.
Yeah.
I'll retweet your selfies because the best or some of the best. How many t-shirts are we giving away?
Oh, 3 for today. We'll
3 for today.
Yes. Next week we might give away some more.
I'm going to push for more. So the most interesting selfies will get a standard digital t-shirt. But let's start with the trends. Friday, it's been a busy week online.
Quite.
The most recent trend, of course, touching on the former vice president. And you know what's funny? I think yesterday or the day before yesterday, somebody was saying about how, actually it was yesterday when we were doing the press review, Kathy and James, and we were talking about how, you know, we don't hear much of Kalonzo anymore.
So you're the guys who jinxed him, right?
I know, I feel like we jinxed him because we're like, yeah, you know, now the former premier is out of the country, this guy is the deputy, you know, leader of court, and there's nothing. And then the next minute, what? So
you guys should never talk about me.
Yeah, because you're gonna return. So what happened?
Well, he was you know, having a press conference, and according to his statement, he says that the journalist asked a question that had already been answered, and from the way he asked the question, his political tilt was kind of evident or something like that.
Yeah.
So he said that he said that last name thing in, you know, in a light way, you know, it was a light matter.
It is not light. Especially, I love the story that Edith did. I don't know if you've watched it. Edith Kimani, the story on that trending, because then there was this file footage of his interview back in the day. And he asked the same thing about two.
Really?
Yes. I wish, I don't know if we had the package, we could just, I don't know, run that. But it's very interesting. I found that shocking that he still asked the question and said that I didn't get your name, but perhaps, you know, your question suggests which side you lean towards.
Actually, he asked, yeah, I know. And you know, the thing is, it's really sad, but it's true. When you go to a place, and for me, I love using my African names. I prefer using Chalimo Chalagat, you know, but people prefer using Joy. And when you go to a place, people assume that because of your name, you have a certain political tilt. And I think it's something that Kenyans have, you know. We have positive stereotypes, but we also have the negative ones as well.
And it is still trending. It's still at the top.
Yeah.
Someone is still telling Kalonzo something.
I'm telling you, yesterday, James Smart tweeted it, and it went crazy. You know, I was reading through the responses, and everyone was like, what did he say? Where did he say? You know? And it was actually...
And the funny thing is that some people did come to his defense and said, we are a tribal country, that many people, this is a reflection of, you know, how a lot of us really think and, you know, tend to judge situations and scenarios we may find ourselves in. And he's just, that comment was a representation of very, you know, how many people would respond.
But I think somehow it is. I mean, it's sad. I think the reason why we are very disappointed is because this is a leader. It's a person who we think should have the qualities that that people would want to look up to. So I think the reason why people are so enraged is that, you know, this is someone who was even at some point running for the top office in the country.
I know.
So, you know, that's why people are really enraged. But the truth of the matter is, I think Kenyans really do have those kind of thoughts. We may not say it, we may seek to be politically correct. Sometimes when you live in a place where people are really mixed, I mean, it kind of fades. But sometimes when you go to Mashinani, those are the comments that people have.
Yes.
I'll share a story. One of my friends was, this was about 10 years back. She's actually more of a mentor. She's getting married to a person of a certain community. And when she told her friends, by the way, so-and-so proposed, and I said, yes. One of the guys said, you're marrying someone from X community?
Oh my God.
Yes,
oh my
and
God.
This is a Christian setting. These are guys who are in the same worship team.
Church.
This is a church.
Even there.
Yes, and she was so appalled because you expect, you know, Christian people to know that, you know, we're all the same, no bias, because those are the virtues that, you know, are pushed in the Bible, and even in any other religion, those are the same virtues that you should treat all humanity the same. But I think Kenyans want to be very politically correct, but sometimes those are the thoughts that run through the back of their minds.
Yeah, as you said, it's because he's a leader. He should know better at a country that, you know, still national unity is a big subject, and as far as it's been worked on to be achieved. So when he makes such comments, I'm just seeing some of the tweets. Somebody, Faith, saying your 2017 dream is invalid after your yesterday's comment, and you know, that his apology was half-hearted. So he apologized after that.
Yes, he actually sent a press release and said that you know, my context, whatever I said was taken out of context. That's why he was saying that he said it in a light-hearted manner. actually, if you search, you'll find the whole. Someone actually took a screenshot of his apology and shared it. Okay. And guys were like, you know what? You would have even let it slide instead of giving an apology that kind of tries to say, you know, I really did mean what I said.
Yeah, there's nothing as bad as that. I always hate people who apologize and say if I was wrong, and also who apologize and I don't like, you know, try to justify
it's not really an
whatever.
Apology,
yeah, it's not an apology. You're just giving an excuse.
Yes.
An explanation.
Yes.
Which is not because apologies. I am wrong. I am sorry.
Yes.
You know,
please forgive me. You know?
Please forgive me.
Yeah.
You know, all that about somebody had asked a question. That question was answered. Not what is your name again?
Yes.
Yeah, that came out wrong. Okay, Kalonzo continues to trend. I guess he's back in the news with a bang. Another story that has been changing. Which one?
Oh, the Vera Sidika story. I know. I say I don't want to talk about socialites, but this one. How can someone go from a skin complexion to yours?
So she has become...
in her own words, she is in the last stage of evolution, in her own words.
So she's not shying away from the fact that she's bleaching.
Actually, the photos came from her own Facebook page. Like, she was sharing photos of herself. And then what guys did, you know, Kenyans on Twitter they're just something else.
Yeah.
They took her photo from back in the day when she first came out and she was, you know, dark and everything. Then they just, you know, did like a snapshot and did it right next to the lightest of the photos she had.
Yes.
Then they put an Omo on the dark side and an Ariel on the light side, and they say this is what Ariel does, you know? Takes out all the stain. I know,
my God.
And it trended. So guys were taking that photo from Twitter and putting it on her Facebook page. So anytime she uploaded a new photo with her new complexion, or pasting it under that, yes.
And what is she's talking about her last stage of evolution?
Yes.
Has she explained why she's undergoing this evolution?
I think she's just, you know, people, when you get a lot of pushback from people, I think she's just trying to push back. But it kind of also brings to light the fact that I think in our society, people have warped ideas of perception and self-perception, which is really sad. I was reading an article, a blog post actually recently, where a girl was explaining how she always had inferior thoughts of who she was, simply because wherever she went, you know, people were always liking the lighter skinned people.
Wow.
And I mean, we're all beautiful in our different ways.
It's
interesting that this happens just as Lupita is named.
Exactly.
I know, most
People
beautiful.
Magazine, most beautiful, and she's the big picture headline there, and amazing. And when we have any, do we have some of these pictures?
Yes, I hope we'll have them.
If we have any of these pictures, we can run them just so that our viewers can be able to see what we're talking about. But yeah, I know, you know, when the world is celebrating that dark skin, that beauty, that natural beauty, and then somebody is talking about evolution. It's sad. And those are deep-rooted issues.
Yes.
Right there.
Yes, they are. And I think what's really worse is that, you know, she's a girl who's in all the music videos. She's a girl who's wearing all these clothes that everyone wants to have. And young girls are growing up looking at her and saying, oh my gosh, I want to dress just as glamorous as she does. I want to be able to sit on a couch with some of the best news anchors and we're talking about my life. And they're seeing her do this. Indirectly, what these girls are getting is, for me to get to that stage in life, I've got to change and evolve as well.
Yes.
And I think it's about time that people realize, as a celebrity, whether or not you want to be a role model, in one way or the other, you know, you're actually imprinting on the minds of younger, more impressionable people. And therefore you should actually act with responsibility.
You know what I find interesting is a while back she did an interview on a radio station and she was asked if she would you know, have her sister follow in her footsteps, and she said no. So in a sense, as you said, that she does get the feeling and she does know what she's doing is not the best example for somebody younger, but she does it anyway. So what do you do with this kind of a person? How do you know, because they already know it's messed up. But at the end of the day, they're young, impressionable people who are like, wow, she's now gorgeous, glamorous, all the money, all the attention, and they want that. You know, how do you ensure they don't go down that road that even she would not have them go down?
Yes, and the worst thing is that it's not just her. There's so many people, even internationally. I mean, people usually have these throwback pictures from when celebrities were not celebrities, and they line them together, and you're shocked. You're thinking, whoa, you did that to yourself, you know? And I think what's actually happening is that one of my friends was saying that people compare themselves with models who don't even look like the photos we're seeing in the magazines because they're so edited, you know? And I think that's why some magazines in the US, Marie Claire did makeup-less photo shoot some time back, you know, just to try and encourage people to have a positive self-image, trying to tell people, you know what, even these celebrities you love so much, they don't have such flawless skin. You know, they're just people like you.
True. But so congratulations to Lupita.
I know.
She's continuing continuing to shine, doing a great job, and she's been trending as well. Lots of great wishes for her and admiration. But another story before we go to the selfies, listen to South Sudan has also been making major, headlines also on social media.
Yes, that's it. I saw that. I can't remember which evening. I was leaving work, I was going down, and I saw Denson Tarigo had actually tweeted about it. And the funny thing is, the whole clamor about what's happening in South Sudan kind of died down. Then all of a sudden, these harrowing images, just started making their way to Twitter. And then they started tweeting. Then after a while, I think AP also released and said piles and piles of bodies are lying around. It was really sad. And I remember I was actually pushing the trend and saying, you know what, AU must act, and just trying to advocate, on social media and get the trend.
Right.
But what I saw the next day got me really mad. I almost felt like I shouldn't tweet about it anymore. People are now taking very, very, I don't even know what word to use. They're just shocking photos of desecrated bodies, and they're just sharing them on social media. And I know they're trying to push a trend, but I feel like Kenyans on Twitter need to know that actually, I tweeted and told guys, in trying to push for humanitarian issues, let's not lose our own humanity. Because the worst thing is, this is someone's mom, dad, cousin, and not everyone lives there. So when you're sharing this, what if I see that and I come from Bentui as well, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I might know this person, or I know this place, I know this house. I think we need to draw a line. Yes, we can push and advocate for issues, but we don't need to go to a place where we're doing, at the end of the day, you're just desecrating the body just as much as the person who actually burned that body or did whatever. So I think Kenyans on social media need to tone it down a little. Let's advocate, but let's not share those kind of images.
True, that thin line between advocating and at the same time, being disrespectful or, dehumanizing as well this same cause we are trying to fight for. But away from that sad story, of course, continue to follow what's happening in South Sudan. Selfies. You know what was funny? Yesterday, I was with this group of ladies, and they said, let's take a selfie. So I know what a selfie is, but what happened was they gave the phone to somebody else to take the picture. And in my head, I'm thinking, well, that is quite not a selfie. So what's a selfie?
Okay, a selfie is a photo that is taken by the person. Okay, you're in the photo and you're actually the person taking the photo.
Exactly.
Yes. So I've had that. I actually have a friend of mine who updates on Facebook, selfie, and then you're thinking, wait, I can see all your limbs.
Exactly,
how did you
because
take that
selfie, at least one person in the photo should be, stretched out. You shouldn't be seeing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, the interesting fact I was saying for our viewers, the first selfie was taken in 1839.
1830. Who took that?
There's a guy called Robert Cornelius.
Yeah.
Yes, and and actually there've been quite a number. Even Jackie Kennedy actually took a selfie with her kids. Or what they used to do, they'd have the camera out here, and then the mirror is there, so all of them would be together, and then they take it from this angle, so you'd actually see the camera in the photo.
So other than taking a picture of yourself, because it is taking a picture of yourself, does it qualify the same if I'm taking a picture of myself on a mirror? Is that still a selfie?
Yes, it's still a selfie, because what's happening now with these handheld digital devices, you can actually stretch out your hand and do it. But sometimes you might want to, you've seen these mirror selfies where you actually even see the flash when someone's in the bathroom and they take a photo like, oh my gosh, look how I'm dressing today, or something like that. Yes, so for it to qualify as a selfie, dear Kenyans, please make sure you are in the photo and you're the one taking the photo.
Yes, I found that hilarious. Someone else is taking the photo and they're saying they were taking a selfie. I was like, clearly, we don't know what selfies are. So let's have a look at some of the selfies that have been taken, and then we'll take our viewers through. You have your phone, and we'll do a selfie right here in studio, some of the great angles. There's one. We have Yoweri Museveni.
Yes, he's actually being shown how to take a selfie. They were launching a TV, a type of TV in, I think it's called an Aura in Uganda, and they're showing him how to take a selfie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So a lot of heads of states have been catching on, I guess, since the Obama one and the lady.
Yes, and there we go. This is the most infamous selfie of them all.
It was.
And I remember, it was, first of all...
And he's biting his lower lip. That was hilarious.
I know. It's just really sad. I think the most hilarious... Okay, now there's the other angle now. They took quite a number of the Danish Prime Minister, and then, there are his daughters still following after him. I know.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then this was...
the most retweeted?
Yes.
So
prior to this one, Obama's was like the most retweeted one at 700,000 and something. This one was the one that was prior to this Ruto one actually had been on for how many years? Had been 3.5, I think, by the last time I checked. 3.5 million retweets.
Yeah.
And this is the self-proclaimed Mama Selfie. She's the person who has had the privilege of taking selfies with both the president and his DP.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, so interesting thing about the social media, the selfie kind of phenomenon is the one that Obama took. Do you know that one got blogs from all over the world, including CNN? They're talking about, is it proper to take a selfie at a funeral?
Yeah, that was, you know, because it was Mandela's
I know.
service, and they're all smiling.
And now the interesting thing is the photographer who took this photo with the selfie, you know, trying to depict it, he said that actually it wasn't taken at a somber moment. It was a time when people were singing and dancing and celebrating the leader. So there was a jovial mood in the stadium, but obviously you can't capture that on in the picture. But I mean, anyway, people were saying, you know, don't do that. And interestingly enough, on Tumblr there used to be a funeral selfie blog. That people take selfies of themselves at the funeral. But after this one happened with Obama, they said, you know, we're taking this blog down. The president has done it, we're done as well.
Wow. And there you go, just seeing those selfies again. After the break is when we'll do that. Remember, we're giving out t-shirts. Keep tweeting us your selfies at Sophia Wanuna Jai Chelagat, and we'll look at some of the best. We have 3 t-shirts to give out for the most interesting selfie, I guess most creative, most good looking, you know. We've talked about what selfies are not. Clearly some people, and I've actually told somebody, LOL, that is not a selfie, because you can see him, he's holding his face like this. You know, I know. And I'm like, so who took that picture? You know?
And you've seen the one with the family with all the cooking instruments, the unga.
There's a really funny one. They're all seated holding, you know, muiko,
bananas.
There's one with a chicken. Hilarious stuff. But I want us to see, there's one with a cat that took a selfie. Do we have that one?
that one was funny.
That was funny. Of course, that cat did not take the selfie. But when we have it, we'll put it up. Yes, let's put up the cat one. I thought that was really cool. Imagine, and you know, the cat doing
the interesting thing about the cat one is, I think, okay, they're kind of making fun of people. Yes, like something happens and all of a sudden someone's like, I was here.
Because you imagine the cat would disappear from what? That is it, a building that's on fire. And then they're like, wase kuna chomeka,
Naniko.
You know, that's crazy.
I've gone for events where guys go backstage. And we actually had an event at Mo University last time. So guys were going backstage to where, you know, the setup was, and then they want to take a photo like they're part of the crew, you know.
Oh my God.
And I was like, okay, wow.
Well, that cat selfie is hilarious. Keep them coming. Remember, you're winning a t-shirt, Sana Digital. You might just win one. I've seen some really cool ones. There's one with a baby. There's one with a chicken. Was it was it a
There was a girl who was taking a selfie, then there's a guy with a chicken at the back,
the back. That was very creative. But let's go through taking a selfie. So you need the gadget.
You need the gadget. You can use a digital camera, you can use your phone. And these days, what I love about phones, even yours, people have the front-facing camera.
Exactly, yes.
So you can actually see yourself. You're not just taking a blind.
You're like, oh, sidebar. Okay.
Yes. So I think the first thing that you have to really think about when you're taking a selfie.
And there are some of the selfies that we have.
Here are some of the selfies that we have.
Yeah.
Now this guy did one of the things that everyone actually makes a mistake. They don't look into the camera. So and then there's another problem, the lighting. From these ones we'll actually talk about what not to do. So always look into the camera. Second, always check where your lighting is. This guy is looking much darker than usual because the light is actually blinding him out.
And you can barely make out his features. You can, you know, because of that. Clearly, I think that's a flight, right?
He's trying to tell us.
Gokondege, my friend. This is nice.
This is nice. At least she kept the eye contact. But I think her problem here was the angle, because she didn't get a very good angle. So one side of her face is kind of lost. So I think that's something that we also have to check out when we're doing our selfie.
And we'll also talk about where not to take selfies. Because Lord, have I seen all kinds.
This is a mirror selfie.
It's a mirror.
It's a mirror selfie where you can actually see the camera. Now, the problem is with most people when it comes to mirror selfies, they actually block out their face. I've seen so many things that someone actually blocks out their face, or the flash kind of blacks them out as well. So I think that's the other thing you have to look at when you're taking a mirror selfie.
Still have the cut. The best selfie, somebody there tweeted, right? Alvin.
Now this is a chicken one. Like this chicken's really taking a selfie. Dude has dandian at the back with a chicken. Do you know I can't touch live chicken?
Me too.
I'm afraid.
I love chicken to eat, but not to hold the live one.
When I was a kid, I was harassed.
This one must get a t-shirt.
These guys are just, this is most creative.
Just so
and you see his facial expression for ha ha ha.
I know. He kind of looks like Collins, our makeup artist.
Yes, he does. Collins.
That guy. And I hope we have the one they're all seated, which is clearly not a selfie.
I know, which is not a selfie.
Yes, we're gonna get that one, and you see. This is another one.
Yes. At least
He's
this guy got
looking
good lighting.
into it,
yes,
into the camera, good lighting. So that's a good. Is it a good example?
Yeah, it's a good example.
Yeah.
At least, and then his background isn't too cluttered, and he doesn't have all those things that we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
Where not to take a selfie.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have another one?
All right.
And then we're gonna take our own studio.
Yes, we're gonna take our own selfie. Oh yeah,
Now,
this is a family one.
Now that is not a selfie.
Yes, this is not a selfie, people. A selfie, you gotta take a photo yourself.
That is so hilarious. There's unga, there's
muikos and bananas. And this is a family, actually. The guy was saying, look how crazy my family is.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a cool family. They have lots of fun, it seems, when they come together.
Yes.
Another
and this guy looks so sad, eh?
I know.
He looks like Nimetes for my friend.
It's always good to smile. Yeah? Keep it happy.
Keep it happy, keep it silly.
Selfie.
I know. I know, but thanks for sending it on.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Yes. Doesn't look bad. I saw a really hot guy.
I don't know why. Maybe they don't.
I'm waiting for him.
Oh yeah,
that's my colleague,
yes,
Mary.
Our colleague, Mary.
And I know that's her colleague in master's class. They're at UNN together doing a master's.
I see.
Yeah. She looks good.
She looks
a beautiful.
I like the lighting. For once, you get the proper lighting.
Pretty.
Yeah, this is really good. And then I think also it kind of tells us when you're taking selfies with two people, make sure that you guys are balanced. Because there's this one where someone hogs all the space.
Yeah, you're seeing one eye and then the other
guy. Yeah. So this is a good one.
That is very cute. Okay. Yeah, I'll tell Mary I have her on. All right. Great.
Yes.
So let's do a selfie.
Yes. Okay. So when you're taking your selfie, the first thing you need to look at is where is your lighting? Okay. Because it'll be so bad that you're taking a photo and you can't actually see where the lighting is. So if you're facing this, like, want the light to kind of focus on us, but not to be too much that all your blemishes and you look all shiny and all that.
You need to know your good side.
Yes. No, and then interestingly enough, statistics shows that most people take selfies of their left cheeks. I think it's because you're probably using your right hand and you do this.
Take it.
Yeah.
So look. Oh, okay.
Yes.
So the lighting.
The lighting is very important. Check where your lighting is. So if you're like at a window or a place where there's light, face the light. Yes, face the light so that you're well lit.
Yeah.
The other thing is please do not take your selfie in bed. Those ones just look.
Yeah. I saw somebody. It was in bed, and then the blanket is like.
I know
here.
what you're talking about.
Yeah, a journalist
of all people.
Of all people, and then
And he's not wearing any clothes. He just has a blanket till here.
I thought it was disgusting.
Please don't take your selfies in bed. Even if you look amazing when you wake up in the morning, no, please.
Yeah.
And then the other one is the loo one. You're taking a selfie in the loo, and then you do this, and the toilet is showing at the back. Or the messy bedroom with the piles and piles of clothes at the back.
Yes.
Yeah. So always check your background out because that also kind of informs how good your selfie looks.
And I think it doesn't have to, like, for the picture you're going to post, take several. So that choose the best to post if you have to post. Yeah, not just whichever, however it came out. So let's do a selfie, darling.
All right.
We're going to do one with your cam and one with mine.
All right.
So we're going to squeeze in.
And you guys, by the way, you can check this out on our Twitter handle.
Yes, we are gonna. So let's start with yours.
Okay. Then the other thing you might also want to think about when you're taking your selfie.
Yes.
Where's my camera?
Somebody's
it's hiding.
People are so weird. Okay, let's start with mine. At least.
Okay. There we go.
Okay, so we lift it up.
Yes.
We're all in.
Yes. And then we want our background with the Morning Express, so you guys will see it. Yes.
Okay, so let's.
And there we go.
This. Okay. And that's taken.
Yes, that's selfie one. And the other thing about selfies, it's always good to have a silly one.
We're going to tweet it, yes.
Yes, it's always good to have a silly one because those are fun to have.
Right.
I took my first silly selfie, by the way, this week. Actually, I've taken a number, but I just never posted them.
Okay.
So if you're taking...
we do something silly?
Yes, we'll do something silly. You should do one too. So here we go. Okay, now. Okay, now I can do something silly.
And
there
my
we go.
Is halfway in. Okay, there we go.
There you go. Ooh. And we're done.
Okay.
All right.
Crazy selfies.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to tweet this. And I'm not sure how I can multitask. But finally, as we end the selfie conversation, anybody can take a selfie.
Yes, anybody can take a selfie. But please, dear lovely people, do not take selfies in your... I don't know, unders and the light.
Yeah.
It looks really shallow sometimes. Yes. Do not take selfies, especially at funerals, from what you learned from Obama.
Yes. Funerals. I mean, that's somber and all.
Somber and all. And then always, before you share it on your social media, just double check and ask yourself, is this something I'd really want out there?
Yes. Okay.
Yes. All right.
Very important to always check on that. I'm trying to post a selfie. And I will do that. I guess I'll give you my phone to do that for us as we continue with the show. But also, we were trending yesterday. We forgot to say that.
By the way, I was so excited. I was somewhere else and I was looking through, my tail. I was like, oh my gosh, Kenyan habits. There's one I have to say.
Right.
Kenyans are always bad with directions.
True.
You think it's June, you're happy. Obviously, you're not about directions.
Yeah. I'm a Nova.
Yeah,
Nova, you go like this or all that. Yeah, true. But that was awesome, and thank you to everybody who made that happen yesterday. Trending. Had to mention that now that we're on social media and what has been trending. So I want to show you two more. As I tried to post my selfie, our selfie, let's look at those other selfies that we've put up for you this morning. Where are you, selfies? Okay, they're coming up.
Yeah.
Coming up. Oh.
Okay,
that was me and Kings. Oh my gosh, that's part of our crew. He's an amazing guy. Yeah, we do that in studio. So is that a good selfie or? But it's
fun. It's fun, and at least both of you are in the photo, so it looks really nice. I love the contrast. This could be like a before and after of Verasidika. Okay, I need to stop trolling her. Yeah. Yes, this is a nice one.
Kings, we're kissing the world. We're kissing our viewers.
Yes.
That's cute. Where did you get that?
The guys who are collecting your selfies, madame, eh?
I know. That was very cool.
Yeah.
But my favorite one, the cat and the chicken.
Yes.
That was awesome.
All right, so guys, we'll tweet. We'll let you know.
We'll let you know at the end of the show. So you're gonna go through them. Let me know before we end up the show, so that we'll announce the winners, and you'll get your standard digital T-shirts. Oh, and that's me with Naiga.
Oh, Naiga, she's such a darling.
But actually, I have a confession. That is not a selfie. James Smart took that picture.
So example of what is not a selfie?
Yeah, that is not. It could pass one because you're not seeing my hand.
Yeah.
But James took that picture yesterday in the newsroom after the show. So it's weird. Do I always do that when I'm taking selfies?
I'll snoop through your team.
Yeah, because I'm not realizing. Kunendangaje. Yeah. So Joy, will you go and send our selfie?
Yes.
And then we'll put it up later on.